Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 142. It is Monday morning, and we are just leaving for work. Got a few hours of sleep, and the week is starting. It's not waiting for anybody, I'll tell you that. So, I'm feeling a little bit groggy this morning, but we gotta move on. So this morning it is 66 degrees outside, kind of cloudy skies, and it looks like the high today is going to be over 80, so it's going to get warm, and no chance of rain. So all that part is good. The weather is going to be good, and I just gotta feel a little bit better here. As soon as you get home, it's time to leave. That's just the way it is, especially on Sunday. Yesterday I think I made $700, $750, whatever it was. And this morning I see almost $700 pending coming out of my account for orthodontist. So it's like, you didn't do anything last night. What are you talking about? Oh, you thought you made money last night? You did all that driving? You drove 455 miles last night. You paid for the orthodontist. Good job. Now get back to work. So it's like all the hundreds of little stories that I can't remember to talk about. All the little things that you see, all the same people that you see, all the pain that you see, the happiness that you see, all the little tiny stories. You see two people talking in a casino trying to figure something out, or you see a husband and a wife digging in her purse for another $20 bill to try to win some money, or someone's desperation leaning the chair against the machine, going to the ATM, hoping that whatever's on the screen that makes it look like it's about to hit pays off. If it doesn't pay off, they're in trouble. Or you electronically loading the machine, overdrawing their bank account, hoping that they're going to hit something. I was reminded yesterday of the story of the young black man who was with me in the high limit room, and he bought in for a large amount of money. I don't remember the exact amount, but I talked about it at the time in the episode, like $7,000 or something like that, and chunked it off in big pieces, and within like 5 or 10 hands was out of money. And he looked like such a nice guy, such a good person and everything, but you could tell that he was really desperate and was trying to make something out of that money. And then I hear a friend of mine talking about how someone just jumped off the roof and they tried to kill himself, but they landed on another roof of a parking garage, and all they did is hurt themselves really bad. And it's so unfortunate, because it's like, if the casino wasn't there, that wouldn't happen. But if it wasn't there, we wouldn't be making money either. But honestly, I would probably prefer it if casinos never existed, rather than to have all these different people go through all the pain that they do in their life. But since it does exist and we can make money from it, then we have to use it. I mean, we're actually contributing to the casinos not taking money from people, because hopefully people like us continue to drain the casino. I guess, I don't know if that's helpful or not, but anyway, sorry to start the day off like that, but those are the little stories that you see while you're in a casino. You notice the same faces playing the same games. Sometimes in the morning I'll hit a casino, and then I'll hit the same casino in the evening, and I'll see the same person on the same machine 6 hours later. And that's not unusual. I mean, that will happen almost daily when I do a trip like that. So anyway, today is obviously a work day. We do have meetings today. We will try to get out to the casino, try to make a little bit of money today, and hopefully everything works out with that. Today I have what looks like 3 meetings. I see, okay. Well, today is June 16th, so we have 8:45 meeting with the tech teams to go over what they're working on. Then I have a 9:30 meeting, which is actually a game where a company comes in and we're just at our desk doing our normal thing, and then they create a fake exercise, which is an emergency, and they see how we react. And the way that they decide if something worked or not is they roll dice. So they'll say, okay, you're being attacked. What do you do first? Okay, we're going to do this first. Then they roll the dice and say, nope, that didn't work. Now, what are you going to do next? I'm going to do this. Okay, well, according to the dice, this happened because of that. Now, what are you going to do? And we run through all that, and that should take a lot of the morning. Let me see how long this thing is set for 2.5 hours. That's pretty bad. That's really, really bad. Because then I'll have to run out of there right after that and run to the casino, run back, and it'll be time for the team meeting. So really, I'm only going to have like half an hour this morning that I can get all my work done, so that for the team meeting I can present what I've done for the week. So obviously Friday and Thursday I don't really do that much. I just do whatever I need to keep things rolling. So I'm going to have to hustle here this morning. I'll get to the office in time for this meeting, and then do my stuff that I need to do to catch up, and then get into this tabletop exercise. Other than that, everything is okay. Need to get my energy level up a little bit, and everything should be fine. So right now we're heading out to the office, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, a little bit after 11:30, and I am just leaving the office. This thing went on forever. Ooh, I don't know what just fell back there, but this thing went on for a very long time. And they have like a dice roll, and so they say, okay, this is a scenario, what do you do? And the person says, oh, we're going to do this, and then you roll the dice to see if that works or not. And of course, every dice roll we had failed, so it looked like whatever we did failed every single time. So it made it last a little bit longer, but we finally did get through it here. So right now I am heading out to a casino, try to see what we can do about making a little bit of money. I'm going to have a very limited time, so I may or may not even be able to eat there. I don't know if I'll even be able to order food, and or I may be able to and then take it with me. I'm not really sure. So our goal, though, is to make money primarily. That's our biggest thing. And one thing, and I could save this for later, but I want to bring it up now, is, I was just thinking, what I'm doing, I need to step it up and make more money per day, per visit, per whatever. But how do you balance that and not get kicked out of a place? I demonstrated this week that if I pushed it, I can make a lot more money, way more money, double, triple what I've been making. But I also demonstrated that I bring heat to myself when I do certain things. I guess if I learn my lessons about what not to do to bring heat on top of making more money, maybe I might be okay. I find myself going more to casinos that give me the most profit instead of spreading it out as much as I used to. So, may have to reanalyze that as well. But I'm going to think about that right now as I'm driving to my next casino. What can I do to make more money per day? I'm already leaving as early as I can and coming home as late as I can. Is there a better way to do it? And honestly, I can hit 2 shifts for the most part on most of my important casinos. Hitting 3 shifts doesn't make sense. So during those 2 shifts, what can I do to make more money? I mean, obviously there's variance, and sometimes you're going to win every hand, sometimes you're going to lose most hands. But what is in my control, and how can I take advantage of it? So I'm going to be thinking about that right now as I'm driving, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So still driving to the casino I made a list of some items that I may want to consider, and I'm just going to discuss them out loud here. And feel free to give opinions if you want. One option is play lower limit tables and do a bigger spread. So that's going to give me the ability to make more money with less risk when the count is low. Because one thing I'm doing a lot is I'm leaving when the count's low and I'm gone. And that may be a half hour at a place, it may be 20 minutes, it may be an hour. So lots of times I don't get to my quote stop loss or my stop win at the end of a shoe, for example, because I got such a big negative count that I left and there's no other tables to play. So one thing you could do is play a lower limit table and pay rent, as BJA says, through the negative counts. And then when there's positive counts, have a bigger spread. I'm not too scared of the bigger spread. I am really good with changing colors. So that could work. That actually reminds me of another thing. Put this down here. So I got 7 items on my list here. The only downside with that, though, is with the lower limit tables, you're going to have more hit 17 instead of stay 17, so you're going to lose a little bit of an edge there. I'm not totally opposed to that. I played a $25 stay 17 yesterday and a $35 hit 17 yesterday. I mean, it just depends on the place. You can fine-tune more of that later on. Take more bathroom breaks during big negative counts. Come back in the next shoe. So, you know, and you know how long a shoot takes with one person, 2 people, 3 people, and you can kind of time it. Okay, I'm halfway through the shoe, I got a running minus 18, which is a true minus 6. I'm going home normally. I'm moving on to the next casino normally. So instead of that, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh man, that coffee I had, you know, man, it's going right through me. I'll be right back. You guys can keep on playing. That's okay. So that can be a hint to surveillance, but if they're already watching you, then they already have an idea of what you're doing anyway. But doing that once a day, I don't think is a giant big deal. Or I have a phone call and you stand behind the table during that negative count. If you go to the bathroom, you can kind of time it and have a good idea. You come back with the shoe is almost over by the time you come back. And then you say, I'll just let you finish the shoe and I'll start the next one so I'm not bothering you. If they insist, oh no, we've been waiting for you, then you have to make a decision. I'm going to leave, or okay, and then play table minimum because you have no count now. And you're going to assume a negative count is still there. So that's the second item. The third item is playing through with other people on the table. So normally I don't like more than just me and one more person at the table. Maybe I need to buck up a little bit here and say, okay, it's me and 2 people, it's me and maybe 3 people. I may have to survive through that, and some people will eventually bust and leave, and that'll keep me from having to find another table. This is extending my time at the table. It's getting me more time playing instead of more time traveling, so that may help me. Let's see, throw in a later start every once in a while. What I mean by that is instead of being there for the morning and afternoon shift, maybe be there for the afternoon and evening shift. So that may be an option, and that way you're seeing different people. Honestly, most of these casinos have never seen me at night, so there's positives and negatives to that. There's positives to that in that they don't know you and you don't stand out, but there's negatives in that I have my staff pretty well trained at most casinos that when they see me, they disregard me. He's not a big deal, he's not a threat, he's always losing, stuff like that. And I see that when I talk to people all the time. I'm always talking to people about, what do you think, am I a good player? Yeah, you're pretty good. I see a lot of mistakes that you make. Oh, okay. Or you don't take enough risk. That's the type of feedback I want to hear. You don't take enough risk. That's a good feedback. That means I'm doing my job properly, but maybe I can make my spread a little bit bigger. You know, you're not the best player, but you're okay. That's good. I'm not a big threat to them. They don't see that I'm making AP moves, you know, so that's cool. And then next one is chip inventory, where you know, right now I go to so many places that if I'm keeping 2,000 or 3,000 in chips from every casino, I might have $40,000 tied up in chips. And so I try to cash out as much as I can, and maybe I don't do that anymore. Maybe I cash out, just like the one place I had an issue with, their limit's 3,000. Maybe I cash out 2,800 for one shift and 1,000 the next shift, but don't push it too much. Take some home. You know, I do have some pretty good hiding places in the car for chips, so I can keep them in the car in a place that people most likely will never find. So chip inventory. And then maybe do one overnight every 2 weeks, where I'm actually completely overnight. So I'm going like after evening shift, overnight shift, instead of, you know, the morning and afternoon shift that I've been doing. So maybe throw that in every once in a while. Maybe I just thought of this, rotate my places a little bit different. Maybe do them like backwards. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, I do 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm at certain locations at different times. And then rat hole more, which, you know, rat holing is putting chips in your pocket in a manner where they don't see you doing it, obviously, but also where they don't suspect that it's you that has the chips, because someone's bouncing around table to table, they're playing with chips out of their pocket, etc. And so whenever those people come to the table, maybe put $50 in chips in your pocket. And I'm really good at sliding chips in my pocket, taking my phone out of my pocket and looking at it, and when I put it back in my pocket, dropping a couple chips in there. I have a side pocket on my pants that I wear for my cell phone, and it is very deep, and I can drop chips in there, and you cannot see from the outside of the pants that there's something in there, because they're so deep, they go down your leg so far that you can't actually see that the chips are there. So, which is a problem I have putting it in my regular pockets, because they're not that deep. They can actually see circles in your pocket where you have chips. So rat holing may also be an option. So those are like 7 or 8 options right there. And when I get back to the office, I'm going to be in a hurry to do my team meeting. But if I have time after that, maybe I'll examine that more, or otherwise tomorrow morning I'll spend maybe an hour examining all those options, and maybe try to implement 1 or 2 things a week, or figure out how to implement these things to make more money. And if I can make 25% more, I think that's a very reasonable goal. That'll make life a lot easier for me. So hopefully you find this as something useful here, this segment, and you learn something from it. I'm learning something from it as I'm going through it, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am still at the casino here. Just got a jackpot on this machine and totally got screwed on it. Should have paid way more. It paid $2,270 on a $30 a spin. Normally that would have paid me about $4,000. I totally got screwed on it. But I'll update you on that here in a little bit. I just wanted to record this part here. Unbelievable. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So, as you heard when I was in there, I did hit a jackpot. I walked in and I'm looking around this place and something's wrong. Beavis, something's wrong. Yeah, it was well, maybe half of the casino had the machines completely turned off. And I'm walking around and nothing here. I'm like, this is awful. And so finally I got to the back area, and there's some machines turned on, no plays though. And then the pit boss, the security guard says, what did he say? He said, yeah, they're upgrading the internet. And then he gave me the name of a slot machine company and said that was their internet company. So he was completely wrong about that. But they might be updating their wiring and stuff and just getting something that's better. He said it's a better experience for the customer. So he heard some stuff and tried to repeat it and got it wrong. But anyway, I'd say about half the machines in this place are completely turned off. These people are morons. They don't know how to run a business. You have a business where you have machines that don't call in sick. They work 24 hours a day. They hardly need any intervention. They do their job and they make money. And you're going to upgrade, right? You're going to upgrade internet. You're going to upgrade wiring. You're going to upgrade whatever, network cable, whatever it might be. You're going to do that. Why not do them one at a time? You have a team of 10 people. 2 people are turning a machine off. 2 people are doing the wiring, and 2 people are bringing it back up. A couple people are testing. Just spread it out, whatever it might be, and you can do them one at a time and only have one machine down at a time instead of 500 or 600 machines down at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. And this other casino I've been going to lately, I'd say 1/6 of their machines have been turned off for about a month, and now they expanded the number of machines that have been turned off, all to change out the carpet. That's not what you do. You pay a company triple the money. You have them come in one day. You have the people who turn off the machines come in the morning. The people who are going to do the wiring come in at the same time, doing the work behind them. The carpet people doing the work behind them. Then you have everyone come back at the end of the day after the carpet's in and set everything back the way it was. You pay triple, 4 times, 5 times the money, whatever you have to do, and you get the machines up, your money makers up, as soon as possible. What is wrong with these people? They're such bad business people. That's why they're putting in continuous shuffle machines, 6 to 5 tables, and they're trying to knock down card counters who are making $30 an hour instead of making their cut thinner and making 2 or 3 times that additional off every table by having more rounds per hour. So instead of trying to knock down a guy making $30, make $3,000 an hour, let that guy run around and overbet his bankroll and lose all his money. They're ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be a rant. I go in, I'm looking around, don't see much. I go around to the back area, I don't see much there. I'm coming back, and that same security guard who said something about the internet upgrade, he sees a slot tech go by. I've never seen this happen before. And I don't solicit anything from this guy. I don't ask him for anything. I don't say anything to him. And he says, that's pretty yummy, about the girl walking by. I'm like, you have no class at all? It's unbelievable, unbelievable. So I finally walk to the other side of the casino, and I'm ready to give up and ready to go get my food. And I see a play. And it's a play, technically, but it's $30 to spin on a super high variance machine. And I'm going to play it. So I have a little bit of free play, enough for like one spin. I put the free play in, I put $500 in, gone. 500 more, gone. 500 more, gone. 500 more. So I'm in for $2,000 when it finally hits. And I still have money left in the machine. I end up hitting for $2,270. And what's worse is I should have paid $4,000 easily. So I got the raw end of the stick on that one. Bad variance on that one. Should have paid me enormous. I should have been extremely happy because something happened in the middle of the play that made it like a 1 in 100 play, and it still didn't pan out. So anyway, ended up getting that money, and then got my food ordered, and then while I was waiting for my food, looked around again and checked out a couple of the machines that I wasn't able to check out earlier because people were sitting on them. And why is traffic backed up? I'm going to miss my meeting here if this doesn't move. So I checked out those couple machines, found a play on one of them, and played that one through. And overall, just played just a couple things, and ended my session ahead $700.15. So call it $700. I don't know what's happening here. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. So the highway is closed, completely closed. The only way to get to the office directly. So now I have to cut through the city in order to get to the office, so it's going to add more time. So we're going to hustle here. Anyway, I ended my session ahead $700, almost exactly, and ate my food. Everything is good. And interestingly, that's like almost the exact amount that I made all night last night, hustling, going from casino to casino, hundreds of miles, to fill-ups of the gas tank, and you never know when it's going to come. So, and amazingly, after I hit that jackpot, I look up and this Asian guy, super nice guy in my area here, he's walking by and waves to me. He didn't even know I found a play on that machine, but he surely would have taken that play. So I just feel bad for the person who got that thing in range, because it takes so much to get that machine in range. Somebody had to have lost $3,000 or $4,000 doing it. So luckily I was there at the right time and everything panned out. Wish I could have made an extra couple thousand on there, but I'm not going to complain. I made $700, and right now we are in heavy traffic heading to the office because the other road is closed and everyone's going this direction instead. And hopefully we get there in time for the meeting, and I'll be back to update you after the meeting. I'm going to feel really bad going there right before the meeting and then leaving right after the meeting, but what the heck, what am I going to do? I got to make money. So letting you go for now. I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back, and went back into that place and looked around, and there really wasn't very much in there. Took a couple laps and just found a couple small plays, and just ended up ahead, but just barely. Just nothing was really possible right now. So overall, ended my session ahead $22, and really that's going to be it for right now. I'm going to head toward home. Head toward home and get ready for tomorrow. We can do our segments, though. What did you eat today, MW? Today I ate a triple cheeseburger, no bun, and was pretty good. Pretty good. Give it a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? Well, today, as you know, I only had 2 sessions, but I did hit a jackpot on one of the 2 sessions, and I was going to tip $10, but I didn't have any $10 bills. I ended up tipping $20, so $20 on a $2,270 jackpot. I must be getting old here and soft to be able to tip $20, but tipped them $20 on that one. And what did you learn today, MW? That's actually, I had a bunch of stuff this morning that I was talking about, and I mean, one of the biggest things is I need to reorganize and fine-tune and better use my time, and I've been saying it for a while, but I have a list of like 7 or 8 things now, and when I get home, I'm going to focus on those things and see what I can do to put those into effect sometime this week, at least partially, if not just 1 or 2 of them sometime this week, and be able to use them to make money and make myself better, and long term make more money. So that's the biggest thing, not to be detected, and to bring more money in, and to continue doing what we're doing, keep improving, keep getting better. So really, that's going to be it for right now. I'm going to head toward home, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow is successful as well. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.